Hi everyone, welcome to a Proverbs Home. I hope you're doing great today. If this is your first time stopping by, hello and welcome. I hope you get to join and you have a lot of fun with us and meet other subscribers and other channels. Let me show you this book. Now this book here, I was going through it last night and it's called Rays of Sunshine. I actually got this book at an Amish store. This book is not available online. Unfortunately, it's not. I already looked. So it must be from an Amish lady that wrote it. And I just love the artwork in the front, how pretty it is. But she has some really pretty pictures and craft ideas and so many things in here. Now, I do write letters, but I found this page. It's called Letters. If you look close, and I'm going to read to you really quick what it says. Cheering up a person doesn't have to cost a lot of money. A simple, cheerful, upbeat, and understanding letter from someone who's been through a similar situation or someone who really cares is always a day brightener. Try to not write too much about yourself. Sometimes a window into someone else's home can be interesting though. But try to write things that are of an interest to the receiver. So sometimes when you're writing a letter, unless it's something specific you have to write about. You're coming to visit for vacation. I remember the days if somebody was visiting, they send a letter to the family. They said, I will be at the airport at this time. Please come pick me up. And they received it in a letter. And then they were so happy to receive that letter or that phone call. And they go and pick up the person at the airport. I remember my parents doing that. And how much fun it was going. So we're going to go on ahead and bring the camera down, and I'm going to share with you what I use sometimes to write my letters and to send my letters off. So like I said, if you have a pencil, paper, anything you have, you want to join me, come on along. I'm drinking Waterloo Summerberry water. This is sparkling water. I got this at the Scratch and Dent, and it is delicious. So this book here, this is a dollar store book. I think I bought this at the Dollar Tree a while back. And I really like this book. I like it because, for one, it has Cinderella on it. And it's just such a nice aesthetic and a pretty book. And I like the pages inside. So let me go on ahead and show you. Okay, now this is just a front page. And you can always cut these little pictures out and add them to a letter. You can always cut, it says look like this, or if it has some kind of saying, you could always cut that out and add it to a letter and make a collage and make it a lot of fun. And that's what I like about these kind of books. They just can be a lot of fun. Okay, so let's skip the lettering part. These are all if you're practicing lettering. But like this page down here, look how pretty that is. You can always cut this part out, color it nice, or leave it like that and write a few inspirational words and put it inside a card or put it inside an envelope and send it off to someone. That's really special. And then I like this page here. It says Dare to Dream. Now, if you have a friend that's trying to accomplish a goal or has reached the goal and did something special, a page like this, you can write under it to whoever you're sending it to and a little inspirational verse or something or quote to send them. And then you can either laminate it and send it to them or just give it to them just like that, fold it up really pretty and put it in an envelope and send it to a friend. Just really, really nice. That's why I like these books. And then we have these pages here too that you can write a nice letter. It's very hard to find stationery that's really pretty that has designs on it. And I think this is really, really pretty to write someone a letter and send a pretty paper to someone. And here's another one. You can either color it in or you can just send it and write a nice letter and then let the person that receives it color it. I just think it's really nice. It's just really beautiful. Very, very nice. And this was at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And you get all that paper that you can write with for so inexpensive. So I really enjoy doing that. Then something else I like to do. Now I was looking at this and I was looking at the old envelopes that they have. If you look really close, these envelopes are, you know, they're kind of old. They don't look very new, or they don't look like the stationery you buy at the store. They look old. So I went through my old stash of envelopes that I have with my old cards. And I found this one. It's so pretty. That's a really nice envelope to send someone. And I found these plain ones here, the green one, the white one. These will all go to cards, old cards that I've collected. And you could always find these older cards when you go yard sailing or you go into a thrift store. Sometimes they'll just have a bunch for really cheap. And I like using the envelopes. I wanted to let you know really quick while I was editing this video that if those seals on the old envelopes don't work, just go on ahead and use Elmer's glue, and that works perfectly fine. Back, just really nice. And of course, stickers. Stickers are just perfect for cards, for letters, putting them on letters. I always like to use my stickers, a pretty rose or a pretty flower. And then these are old. These are cards that I have found at when I'm going to a yard sale. It says Valentine's, but I can always cut that out, and you can always use that with a letter. The picture with the little girl and the dog, and send it off to someone. And how pretty is that? And I have these. These are also older. And what I do normally, I cut them, and then I just use the front of the card. And you can also use those for collaging. And here's some other ones that I like. And that one to send off to a friend. These are just so pretty. So if you have any old cards, don't get rid of those cards. Use them when you're writing a letter. I was at a rummage sale last month, and on a table they had a bunch of guideposts that was sitting on that table for free that anybody could just take. So I saw these 2 Christmas guideposts, and I thought this would be really nice to take some of these stories out and put them in with a letter. So this one's called The Peaceful Light. And I read this one about the chickadee. This was so much fun. This was somebody, I forget where they were writing at. They were in Michigan. They were in another state. And they were writing about the animals there. And this is about chickadee. And then they had other animals that live near them in the woods, in the state. And these are nice to tear out and send them something pretty about a wood frog. Or send them something about a meadow vole, which is like a little mole. Sending them a nice picture or story that they can read. I do get this in the mail. It's from Barnabas Aid, and it talks about the persecution of the church and different stories and good encouraging stories all over the world. So these, you can just tear them out also. Here's one that says women, and you could just take it out. Like if you have something like this, put it in with a letter and send it off to someone. I got these for Christmas, and I put them on packages and stuff like that. But you can embellish these really nice. And you can send these off with a book or just put it in a letter. And then on the back, write a little something on there and send it off. Never throw those out. This came with my Cinderella stamps, and it's always great to send off a stamp. And it's just a little book. It's just a cute little book. Look, the page with birds. You could color in the birds and send that page. Just something pretty. Here's a little mirror with birds. You can send something like that. Cinderella. You can write, how is your homemaking this week? Are you tired? And just do something fun. So all those little trinkets, they work great for when you want to cheer somebody up. And we'll write a letter together. I won't show who I'm writing it to. Not yet, because they may be watching this video. And I can write, Dear so-and-so, how is your week going? Are you having a great summer? And this will also encourage them to write back or to call you or to text. I am so looking forward to what you are growing in your garden. And then you can write something funny. Okay, I like to be funny. I have a sense of humor. I like to be funny. So right after that, I can write some critter ate our tomato plant. That is true. They ate one of our tomato plants. And pepper plant. We are going to try and fence in the garden. I hope to talk to you soon. Thinking about you. Warm regards, or you can write love or whatever it is. Sometimes love is too personal. Warm regards, Lisette. And you can put your name. You actually asked them how they were doing. You let them know what's going on, and you wrote something humorous that they may laugh at or say, wow, or they may give you a tip. And then you said, I hope to hear from you soon, or you could write thinking about you. You can put the date. So now you have a simple letter that you just wrote someone. Very simple. Then you can go on ahead and you have your stickers. So we're going to go on ahead and pick a sticker. So I say I'm going to just go on ahead and do this one because this one's so pretty. And just put a nice rose on that paper. And I have a little stamp here. Okay, it came with my Cinderella stamps. I've never opened it. There we go. And I have a little crown here. And I'm going to stamp the crown. I hope this stamp works, this ink pad, because this stamp it's kind of old. I've had it for a while. I've never used it. So I'm going to go on ahead and stamp a little crown there. There we go. So you can do that. You can put one little stamp. And then let's think about something else. What would I send in? Okay, now I know the person that I'm sending this to likes to read. So I am going to look at this guidepost. And I am going to send one of these stories. A Painter of Light. And I know this person likes to draw. Okay, so that's the story I'm going to send. Okay, there we go. Came out nice and neat. Put this together. And you can even tear it because this picture, no, I can't tear that one out because it has backing. So I'm not going to do that. So I'll just tear these two out. Just take the stapler. Put it together. Fold it up neat. And when they open it, it says the Planner of Light, and put it in the card. If you want to decorate the front, you can. And I think I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to put another sticker there in the front because I think that would be really pretty. So let's put a rose. I'm going to do like that. And then just write thinking of you. Take your envelope. And then you can write your address. You can write whatever you want. Sometimes what I do is I go on ahead, I go online and I make labels for my cards, for my packaging. I make my own labels and I put them on and send them off. And you could even draw a nice picture on the card. So what I like to do sometimes, I'll draw a flower. Simple flower. Nothing complicated. A little stem. And I'll write bloom where you're planted. And then you can just go on ahead with your little markers. I have these little markers that came with that Cinderella stamp. And then you can just color them in Make it special. Here's a green one. And I really am sending this out to a friend, actually. Okay. And then if you want to add another little rose, just add a flower right there. And there you have it. You have a beautiful letter to send off to a friend that you care about, your family, anyone that you have not written to in a long time, or someone that you see all the time and you just want to surprise them and cheer them up. Before we go, I said I would show you what I did with the gingham dress. Remember I spoke about upcycling it in my last video. I decided to just put a piece of twine, since the dress was a little big on me, and just adjust it. And I love it. And I wore my white leggings with it, and I think it's practical, just right for work, and very comfortable. So don't forget to send out that letter to a friend and cheer someone up. Do something different. And God bless you. I hope everyone has a great evening. And don't forget, I'll see you here in the next video.